Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Clay with Heavyweight Comics. Today we're continuing our review series of Backlash with Image Comics. This is issue 2, and here's my takeaway. Number one, I gotta start off by saying that I'm still shocked that in Backlash, the thing I'm discovering that I have the biggest issue with is that there is no catch-up page. There still is no page that brings any new comic fan, as a reader, up to speed with who exactly this character is. It's so common, and I guess I'm just spoiled with modern comics where every comic has that page where they're, giving a short synopsis of who the character is, what they can do, and, where they've been and where they are in the current storyline. But this comic does not have that, and I'm still shocked that, issue 1 didn't have it, and now issue 2 doesn't have it. So I don't know at what point they might actually add one or if they ever will. So we'll see what happens there. But this comic does not have that still. So I'm still a little bit shady on exactly who Backlash is. Again, I don't have a lot of context. I never read Stormwatch, but I did read Wildcat, so I do have some context of who some of these characters are and what some of the terms are they use in the book. But if I don't, haven't read that stuff in the past, I'm really getting lost in this story, which is a shame because I am interested in the character Backlash, and these other supporting characters like Taboo and in even this issue we have a guest character, Savage Dragon, as you can see from the cover. He's in this from Eric Larson. So that's also something I want to get on, and that is that I feel ashamed that even though this is Backlash's book, I was more interested in seeing Savage Dragon in this book than I was the actual main character, which really shocked me and kind of I feel guilty in admitting because I don't read Savage Dragon. I always felt that Savage Dragon was a little too raunchy for my taste. There's a lot of sexual innuendos and some gruesome stuff that I'm just not into, never really wanted to get behind, but he has always looked good as a character. Savage Dragon is so incredibly simple in design, but he just looks good. So I was very shocked that in the few panels that Savage Dragon was present, I actually was more interested in seeing him than I was Backlash. But anyway, that's beside the point. As far as the book itself, this was another fun read. I enjoyed it very much. The action was good. We got to see Siren, the main villain, start to continue to rise up as the big baddie of the book, and that's cool. I'm kind of interested in seeing how much of a villain he is. He seems kind of like your typical villain. To where he's kind of forgettable to an extent, but we did see where there is this evolution in his look or his appearance as the main bad guy. So that was cool to see, and he also does something a little bit gruesome in the book that I kind of gross, but he does something in the book that I wouldn't recommend little kids to see, maybe teens. There is some blood present, but there is one thing as far as the content that I did kind of appreciate, and that's that they did the classic thing where they kind of hide some of the more mature dialogue. They kind of put the asterisk symbols and the cash symbols for certain letters to kind of mask the curse words for some of the adults, and so I can kind of appreciate that to kind of keep the book at a teen level, and that's cool. I was not a big fan of the fan service with Taboo and any of the other ladies in the book. I just prefer to keep my girls modest in the comics, but hey, this is not a 90s book, so what can I expect? But the book was fun. I like where it ended. I did wish I got to see, like I said earlier, more Savage Dragon. The cover implies he's going to be in the book. He certainly is in the book, but he's not in it as much as I would have liked him to be, or as much as I think the comic may have deserved him to be in it, if that makes sense. It's more like we kind of get just a taste of him in the book, meeting Backlash, and we're kind of left at the end of the book at a point where, are we going to actually get to see them interact like in a physical fight? So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, this book was fun. I would recommend it to anybody who is looking to try something else other than DC or Marvel. So far, it's really fun, and I think this book's relatively affordable. You can get on eBay or even some old comic shops or conventions. I'm pretty sure it's probably finding a quarter bin. But anyway, it's a fun book, and thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen. I'm going to try and get some more of the 90s X-Men out soon, and also let me know down below what books you guys might be interested in checking out or getting my thoughts on. I know I'm excited to read comics. I'm personally going through the entire Jeff Johns run on Green Lantern right now, but that's such a huge run. I'm just not sure if I want to double back and start re-uploading videos with all these books, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, thanks to you guys so much for your time, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.